How to become dangerously smart at work. 10 ways to work smart and get promoted. In today's competitive workplace, traditional advice around working harder, staying longer, and saying yes to everything is becoming increasingly outdated. Modern career progression is less about raw effort and more about strategic thinking, visibility, and impact. The concept of becoming dangerously smart at work reflects a shift from passive task execution to intentional, high-leverage contribution. Employees often find themselves stuck despite strong performance because they misunderstand how value is perceived and rewarded within organizations. Promotions are rarely based on effort alone. Instead, they are driven by visibility, alignment with business goals, and the ability to solve meaningful problems. This creates a gap between those who work hard and those who advance quickly. The idea of working smart involves understanding workplace dynamics beyond surface-level responsibilities. It requires awareness of decision-making processes, prioritization of impactful work, and the ability to communicate results effectively. Additionally, relationship building and perception management play crucial roles in shaping career outcomes. This topic resonates strongly with professionals who feel overlooked or under-recognized despite their dedication. It addresses a widespread frustration while offering a practical and empowering framework for change. By adopting smarter strategies, individuals can reposition themselves as valuable contributors rather than replaceable workers. Ultimately, becoming dangerously smart is about shifting identity from someone who completes tasks to someone who drives results. This mindset transformation is a foundation for accelerated career growth, increased influence, and long-term success in any professional environment. You don't need to work harder to get promoted. In fact, that might be exactly why you're stuck. Because the people who rise fastest in their careers, they are not the busiest, they are not the most stressed, and they are definitely not the ones saying yes to everything. They are something else entirely. They are dangerously smart. And once you see how they operate, you can't unsee it. You probably felt this before. You stay late. You meet deadlines. You do what's asked. Yet somehow, someone else gets noticed. Someone else gets promoted. Someone else gets ahead. And it doesn't make sense, because no one told you the truth. Effort is visible, but leverage is rewarded. The workplace isn't a school. You don't get promoted for completing tasks. You get promoted for solving the right problems. And the people who understand this play a completely different game. So in this video, I'm going to break down 10 ways to become dangerously smart at work. Not just productive, not just efficient, but strategically unfairly effective. 1. Stop doing tasks. Start solving problems. Most people focus on what they are doing. Dangerously smart people focus on why it matters. Anyone can complete a task, but very few people step back and ask, is this even the right thing to be working on? Example, 2 employees build reports. One finishes fast. The other asks, who actually uses this? Guess who gets promoted? Takeaway, before starting any task, ask, what outcome does this create, and is it valuable? 2. Master visibility without bragging. Working hard in silence is a career trap. If no one sees your impact, it doesn't exist. But here's the key. Dangerously smart people don't brag. They document value. They send updates like, here's what we achieved, here's the impact, here's what's next. They make their work easy to recognize. Takeaway, don't announce effort. Highlight results. 3. Learn the game behind the game. Every workplace has 2 layers. The visible work, the invisible power dynamics. Most people only play the first. Smart people learn both. They understand who influences decisions, what leadership actually values, How promotions really happen. Your main takeaway. Observe patterns. Promotions are predictable if you pay attention. Now the next one is what separates people who stay stuck for years from those who rise in months. 4. Prioritize high-leverage work. Not all work is equal. Some tasks move the business forward. Others just keep it running. Dangerously smart people focus on leverage. They ask, what creates the biggest impact with the least effort? If everything feels important, you're not thinking strategically. 5. Become the person who makes decisions easier. Leaders don't want more problems. They want clarity. So instead of asking, what should we do? Smart people say, here are 3 options. Here's my recommendation. Don't escalate problems. Deliver solutions. 6. Build strategic relationships. Hard truth. Performance gets you noticed. Relationships get you promoted. Dangerously smart people. Build trust early. Help others win. Stay top of mind. Not fake networking. Real value exchange. Be useful to the right people, not just busy. 7. Learn fast, then apply faster. Most people consume information. Smart people implement immediately. They don't wait to feel ready. They test, adjust, and refine. Speed creates advantage. Execution beats perfection every time. 8. Control your perception. At work, perception becomes reality. You can be brilliant, but if people see you as unreliable, reactive, or unclear, it doesn't matter. Dangerously smart people manage. Communication tone consistency. Ask yourself, how am I experienced by others? 9. Say no strategically. The fastest way to stay stuck? Say yes to everything. Smart people protect their time. They don't reject work. They prioritize intelligently. Every yes is a hidden no to something more important. 10. Think like your manager. This changes everything. Instead of asking, what do I need to do? Ask, what does my manager need to succeed? Now you're not just an employee. You're an asset. Align your work with their goals, and you accelerate your growth. At some point, something clicks. You stop seeing yourself as someone who completes tasks and start seeing yourself as someone who creates outcomes. That's the moment everything changes. The truth is, becoming dangerously smart isn't about intelligence. It's about awareness. Once you understand how the game works, you stop playing it like everyone else. The core lesson is that effort alone does not guarantee success in the workplace. Many professionals operate under the assumption that working harder will naturally lead to recognition and promotion. However, this approach often leads to burnout without meaningful progress. The real differentiator is strategic thinking. One of the most important insights is the shift from task-based work to outcome-based thinking. High performers focus on solving problems that matter rather than simply completing assigned duties. This creates visible impact, which is essential for career advancement. Another key takeaway is the importance of visibility. Doing great work is not enough if no one is aware of it. Communicating results clearly and consistently ensures that contributions are recognized and valued by decision-makers. Understanding workplace dynamics is equally critical. Promotions and opportunities are influenced by relationships, trust, and perception. Building strong professional connections and aligning with influential stakeholders can significantly accelerate growth. Time management also plays a vital role. Not all tasks are equally valuable, and learning to prioritize high-impact work separates top performers from average employees. Strategic refusal, saying no to low-value tasks, protects time and energy for what truly matters. Additionally, adaptability and speed of execution provide a competitive edge. Those who learn quickly and implement faster are more likely to stand out in fast-paced environments. Finally, adopting a leadership mindset is transformative. Thinking like a manager, anticipating needs, and offering solutions positions an individual as a problem solver rather than just a worker. In summary, becoming dangerously smart involves awareness, intentionality, and strategic action. It is about working with purpose, communicating value, and aligning efforts with outcomes that drive real impact. If you want to operate like this daily, thinking sharper, moving faster, and getting recognized, start applying just one of these today. Because the difference between stuck and promoted is rarely effort, it's strategy. Please subscribe and share for more videos like this.